Morning students, welcome to Basic 1 Geology class. So in the previous video we were discussing the general characteristics of phylum Coelenterata. In continuation of that, today we are going to discuss some more characteristics of phylum Coelenterata. So skeleton, either exoskeleton or endoskeleton, is of common occurrence. Skeleton is there. Skeleton is made up of calcium carbonate. Corals, you know it. Corals belong to this phylum Coelenterata. Corals develop skeleton of calcium carbonate. From the calcium carbonate, they prepare their exoskeleton or endoskeleton. So skeleton is there. Supporting structure, it is found in coelentrates. They are carnivorous. Yes, they are carnivorous. They feed on small insects, insect larvae, Daphnia. Okay, they are carnivorous. They feed on other small animals, carnivorous. Digestion is extracellular as well as intracellular. Extracellular outside the cells, intracellular inside the cells. Both type of digestion occurs in coelentrates. Whereas in case of the poriferans, intracellular digestion occurs. In protozoans also intracellular digestion takes place. But here in coelentrates, extracellular as well as intracellular digestion occurs. Next, anus is not found. Anus is not there. Only mouth is present. Suppose this is Hydra. Hydra has mouth. This mouth opens into gastrointestinal cavity. This cavity has no anus. It has no anus. Okay? No anus. Only mouth is there. From the mouth, food is taken into the gastrointestinal cavity. After its digestion, undigested food material is ejected out through mouth. So for intaking and exiting the food material, only one opening is there, that is the mouth. Nervous system consists of one or more networks or nerve cells located in the ectoderm and endoderm. So the body wall of this coelenterate is made up of two cellular layers. External layer is called epidermis, internal layer is called as gastrodermis. Epidermis is derived from ectoderm, gastrodermis is derived from endoderm. So in between these two, mesoglia is there. Gelatinous mesoglia, non-cellular layer is present. Okay. So the nervous system in case of coelenterate is not well developed. It is having nerve cells. Nerve cells are connected to form nerve network. There are two types of networks. One network is present in the epidermis. Another network of nerves is present in the endodermis. And this network of nervous system has nerve cells. See, these are the nerve cells. Yes, here. Nerve cells. And these nerve cells have nerve fibers. 2 to 4 nerve fibers are there. There are no dendrites or axons. No dendrites, no axons. They are not yet developed. Okay. So diffused type of nerve network is found in coelentrates. Next, the respiratory, circulatory and excretory systems are wanting. Respiratory system, exchange of gases. For exchange of gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide, there is no special respiratory system. Through general body surface, through the cell surface, exchange of gases occur by diffusion method. From the movement of gases from its higher concentration to lower concentration. Okay, so in water oxygen content is more, therefore it moves from water to cells. Carbon dioxide is more inside the cell than in water, therefore it moves out from the cell to the water through diffusion method. So respiratory, there is no respiratory system. Circulatory system, circulation of food, circulation of nutrients from one part to another part, that is not there in coelenterates. Okay, so circulatory system is absent. Excretory systems are also wanting. Excretory system is also lacking. So excretion occurs through general body surface. Cell surface, the undigested food materials are eliminated out. Nitrogenous waste materials are eliminated out. Carbon dioxide is excreted out. So there is no special excretory system in coelenterate. So these systems are lacking. Respiratory, circulatory, excretory systems are wanting. Okay? Then reproduction is both by asexual and sexual methods. Asexual and sexual. Asexual means without the involvement of gametes. Sex cells, body itself divides into several individuals. That would be referred as asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. All individuals that are developed from asexual method of reproduction are similar. They are similar morphologically, genetically. Genetically they are similar. Genetic makeup is same because same individual divides into several individuals. Therefore, all of them are genetically similar. And here in sexual reproduction, the separate two different gametes are fused to produce new individual. Therefore, the genetic makeup is different. Genetic makeup is different. So variations can be seen in sexual reproduction. Variations are absent in asexual reproduction. Okay. So asexual reproduction occurs by budding. Asexual reproduction occurs by budding, like this. So buds are developed at the sides of body surface. And these buds, when they mature, when they develop completely, they may get separated from their parental body and they can lead independent life. So this is Hydra. Hydra reproduces by budding. This is bud, this one is bud. Okay, so it has developed its own tentacles, mouth. Now it can separate from its parental body. So by budding, asexual reproduction occurs. Then by producing gametes, sexual reproduction takes place. Gametes. See, Hydra has both gonads, testis and ovary. So testis is present towards towards the mouth, and it is conical in shape. It produces male sex cells, sperms. And this one is ovary. This is testis. And this one is ovary. Ovary produces ova. Ova means ovary are existing towards the epidermis, base of the hydra, base of the body. So ovary produces ova, testis produces sperms, and the sperms move out of the body to enter into another hydra where fertilization takes place. Fertilization is internal. So fusion of male and female gametes occur. So though male and female gonads are present in the same individual, they usually do not fuse. Cross fertilization takes place. So sperms from one individual enter into another individual for fertilizing the ovum. Okay. Thus, fusion of gametes occur in sexual reproduction for producing new individuals. So this is about the reproduction. Next, the development is not direct. In most of the cases, development is not direct, it is indirect. So zygote develops into the motile larva called planula larva. So they will show you the. So oscillated larvae usually present in the life history. So as I told you, in several coelentrates, the life history, the development is not direct, it is indirect by the presence of planular larva. Look here, I have shown here the life history of Lobelia conley. Lobelia, life history, developmental stages in Lobelia. So this is Lobelia conley. It has different zooids, polyp zooid, medusa, and the blastostyle. So look here, this is asexual stage. Asexual stage produces medusa by budding. Medusa by budding. These medusoids, medusa, one is male and one is female. These are free floating zooids there. Free floating zooids, whereas this one is not free floating. It is sessile and attached sedentary. It is plant-like. It reproduces by producing buds through asexual method. See, these medusoids produced by this polyp stage. Okay, next medusoid. This one is male, female. Male has male gonad, female has female gonad. Now male gonad produces sperm, female gonad produces ova. These two are fused, zygote is formed. Okay, zygote is formed. Zygote undergoes cleavage. This is 2-cell stage, 4-cell stage, blastula. Then blastula transforms into ciliated planular larva. Ciliated planular larva. It floats, it swims freely, and it settles down. When it gets substratum, it gets attached. Now the young polyp develops. It loses its cilia. It develops into a polyp-like structure. Polyp zooid develops into conley, Lobelia conley, plant-like Lobelia conley. This is how the life history involves different stages. Okay, the life history exhibits the phenomenon of alternation of generation or metagenesis. Life history of most of the coelentrates exhibit alternation of generations. Alternation of generations means there are two types of generations: asexual generation and sexual generation. Asexual generation is alternated by sexual generation. Sexual generation is alternated by asexual generation. Okay, this is known as alternation of generation or metagenesis. Okay, so here in the life history of Lobelia we can see alternation of generation. So this generation exhibits asexual generation. This generation reproduces by asexual method, by budding. Now these are medusoids, free floating medusa forms. They exhibit sexual generation. So they produce sex cells because they have gonads. Here gonads are lacking. Gonads are present in medusa. They are free floating, umbrella shaped, and they produce sex cells. Male medusa produces sperm, female medusa produces ova. These two are fused. Zygote is formed. Zygote is undergoing cleavage to form blastula. Blastula becomes planula, ciliated larva. Planula gets attached to the substratum, and this will develop into young polyp and the mature Lobelia conley. This is how alternation of generation can be seen in most of the coelentrates life history. So this is asexual generation, sexual generation. Sexual generation is alternated by asexual generation. Asexual generation is alternated by sexual generation. Sexual generation doesn't give rise to sexual generation. Asexual generation doesn't give rise to asexual generation. Asexual generation give rise to sexual generation. Sexual generation give rise to asexual generation. This is how alternation of generations occur. This is called as the metagenesis. The occurrence of metagenesis is very common in coelenterate. Occurrence of metagenesis plus polymorphism are a very good phenomenon that we can observe in phylum Coelentrates. Okay, so in the next class we can see the classification of phylum Coelentrata. Thank you.